So, okay, my mother has a great joke, all right? All right, so, Forrest Gump. Have you ever heard of Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump. So Forrest Gump's a great guy, right? He's a pretty good guy, but he didn't have any specific religion he followed. But he was just such a good guy. That's real religion, right? Be a good person, serve, love each other, and believe in God. So he believed in God, and he was a good guy. So when he died, he went to heaven, and St. Peter was at the pearly gates. And he said, well, you know, Forrest Gump, I thought I'd see you here, but you weren't really a Christian exactly. But, you know, you followed the teachings of Christ. You're a good guy, believed in God. So I want to let you in, but still you have to answer 3 questions. All right? First question. All right, you guys ready? Don't say the answer.
I don't know.
All right, tell me 2 days of the week that start with the letter T. Nobody answer, all right? 2 days of the week that start with the letter T. So Forrest Gump scratched his head for a minute. He said, it's kind of tough, but I got it. Today and tomorrow. Peter said, well, that's not what I was thinking, but I'm not going to argue with it. Second question. This one's more difficult. How many seconds are there in a year? Do you know that one, Manjari? How many seconds in Forrest Gump? Oh, that one's easy. That one's easy. 12. January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd, April 2nd. There's 12 seconds in a year. Yes? Peter said, well, I'm going to give you that one. That was clever. Third question. This is where it gets really important. What is the name of God? And Forrest said, I know that one. That's the easiest. Really? You know? Of course, I hear it all the time. Right? O God, who art thou in heaven, hallowed be thy name. God's name is Harold. And Peter said, run, Forrest, run. The gates are open. Said, I'm going to give you this chance, but you better go quick. Okay? So now we will start hearing about the names of God, right? Harold, perhaps it's one of his names. But really in the Bible it says, hallowed be thy name. Holy, the holy names, right? Hallowed be thy names. Yes?
Hari be thy name.
Hari be thy name. It was lost in translation, right? That's the proper one, right? O God, who art thou in heaven, Hari be thy name. Do you know what Hari means? So we chant the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna. Hare is the name of Radharani. Have you heard of Radharani? When I go and I speak with people who are more new to Krishna consciousness, I like to ask them if they know what Hare means. Because we all think, oh, we know Krishna, right? You've heard of Krishna? That beautiful boy behind you and all around the walls, right? You look at that beautiful painting of Krishna there, you see? Who is the girl next to him? So her name is Sri Radha. Shri is a name for the goddess of fortune, and it also means beauty. Krishna is very beautiful because of the beauty of Krishna manifests in his relationship with his beloved Radha. Okay? So there's many ideas around God, but our gurus would say that to just think of God as masculine is incomplete because there's no masculine without feminine. Right? Show me somewhere there's, right, a family and we say God the Father. So who is the mother? So we can say Mother Mary, right? In Christianity, Mother Mary. But that's God's father. So who's God's beloved? Yes? Does it make sense? You have a father and you don't have a mother? Anyone here have a father and no mother? You may not know your mother, but you have a mother. Some people don't know their mother. So many religions, they don't know their mother. Vedic religions all know their mother. That's the difference between the Vedic tradition and the Abrahamic tradition. Right? Allah, right? God is just man? Show me any logic, any reason that, or any scripture that makes sense about that. Our Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, if you just think God is a man, it means God ends up being nothing. Therefore, we are surrounded by impersonal religions. Impersonal. God is just a light. God is just an energy. God is just a field. God is just all of us together. God just becomes everything. If you become everything, you become nothing. Right? God is everything, but God is something specific. Right? Yes, Manjari? No? Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, if you say, oh, right? If you just say, oh, Bhagavan is Purush. Purush means masculine, man. But no Prakriti, which means the feminine side. Then that God is Kliv, which means impotent, like a eunuch. Right? Masculine means you have feminine, masculine together. Then it defines masculine and defines feminine because they have some relationship together. So we worship the divine couple. You see there? They're together. This is not a fairy tale. This is not something just a pretty idea. This is according to all, right? Jai Radhe. Her name is Radhe. Why? The name of Srimati Radharani, and Sham, the name of Krishna. So we say Hare Krishna. We also say Radhe Sham. Yes, Vrindavan? Radhe Sham. So you should understand this about us first, that Krishna is there with his beloved Sri Radha, then he is Krishna. Krishna is there with his mother Yashoda, then he is Krishna. Krishna is there with his friends. Krishna is not alone. Right? Krishna is not alone. Right? We are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are never alone. We told this story yesterday. We'll tell it again. Good story. Quick. So there was a teacher with many young students. The teacher said, today I'm very happy with you all, so I'm giving you a special sweet. There's a condition. You have to eat it alone. Go somewhere and eat it alone. So all the little kids ran off and hid somewhere and ate their sweet. Hide and seek, right? But one boy came back to the teacher with the sweet in his hand. Oh, teacher, I looked and tried to find somewhere I would be alone. I couldn't find anywhere. What do you mean? God is everywhere. So we are not alone. Okay? So we'll break. We have some guests coming, some new people. Hey, Rakim. Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We need some, maybe we can, right? Sorry?
This is Rasa.
Rasa. Welcome, welcome. Rakim, you comfortable there? You want to come in here, sit there? Okay. All right. Right. So you are not alone. That's the first understanding. Even when you're alone, you're not alone. Why? In our heart, it sounds, Bhakti Yoga is very sweet and loving and it's a devotional path, but it's based on Vedanta. It's based on very profound philosophical tradition. It's the conclusion of all the knowledge traditions of the East, of India. This is the ultimate conclusion of Veda. Veda means knowledge, and Vedanta means the conclusion of knowledge, and the conclusion of all knowledge is called Bhakti Vedanta. Love for God. Religion without love of God is not religion. It's just a way to keep people together, to make a group. Right? Like you can have a gang, and you have some rules around the gang. Right? I'm going to do this, and if you do this, you break the rules, you get kicked out of the gang. Without love of God, it's not real religion. So our Gurudev would say, love is our true religion, but we have to understand what is real love, what is pure love. Therefore, our Gurudev would always emphasize pure bhakti, pure bhakti, pure love. Because many times our relationships in this world, we think it's based on love, but if it's temporary, if it breaks, it's not pure. Pure love means that which cannot break. That's as it's defined by Srimati Radhika. So for us, we are aspiring to serve Sri Radha and Sri Krishna together. That's called the divine couple. So this mantra you chant when you meditate, you should think, you are the Atma, the soul. Krishna is Paramatma, the supreme soul. But Krishna is always with his beloved Sri Radha. Right? Have you heard of Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva, you know Lord Shiva, right? Shiva, you've heard of Shiva? Shiva is always with the goddess Parvati. Have you heard of Lord Ram? Ram is always with the goddess Sita. So in Eastern dharmic traditions, Bhagavan is always with his Shakti. Shakti means his potency. So for example, you see that light there? See the light? The light, right? What is the power behind the light? Electricity? That is called Shakti. There's light, but then there's Shakti. So Shakti is Sanskrit for power. And in Vedic thought, Vedantic thought, power is the feminine aspect. And Bhagavan or Krishna is the possessor, the potency, possessor of the potency. So they're never separate. So that's the first thing to understand about our Bhakti Yoga tradition. Right? There are many people who say, no. We should only worship Bhagavan Purush, Param Purush. But this is incomplete. Bhagavan, and why? He is performing his Leela. Have you heard of Leela? Leela means divine pastimes, activities. So how does he perform his Leela? Without Shakti and without his associates, there's no Leela. Right? So think of Krishna as the center of the universe of Vrindavan, which is based on love. Right? So in this world we have the sun and all the planets are orbiting around the sun, right? So in that world it's Krishna and everyone is focusing their love on Krishna, and Krishna is expanding his love to everyone, but he is not alone. First understand this. Right? This is Vedic understanding. You exist. You agree? Do you agree that we all agree we exist? Manju, you exist? Krishna Prem, Vrindavan, you exist? You're existing. I believe in God. God exists. So if you exist and God exists, now we have more than one. But yet what connects us? That is called bhakti. Bhakti is what connects us. So therefore, also the Vedas teach that Advaya Gyan Paratattva, the absolute truth is one, but it's known by many names. Yes? So our Gurudev said, just simply because you exist and God exists doesn't mean you have no connection. So what is our connection? So Gurudev would go like this. He would say, why do we fold our hands together? He said, this is representing the soul, you, yourself, your Atma, your spirit, and Bhagavan, Krishna, and you're coming together. That's called bhakti. So we come together through a spiritual process of devotion. There are many levels of devotion. The highest levels of devotion are natural, spontaneous love. Like for example, you may have the job to take care of someone else's child. Like Manjari, right? You take care of kids. That's your... You do it also? Okay, so you take care of children with a lot of love. Right? But it's also your occupation, right? So you get some payment and you maintain your life. If it's your own child, and someone would say, oh, you do a good job taking care of your child. How much money do you make? Do you get paid $20 an hour, $30 an hour to take care of your kid? It's natural. You do it simply from your heart because you have relationship. So ultimately, pure bhakti means your relationship ultimately with Krishna is natural. So we perform certain kinds of rituals and ceremonies to help awaken our natural love of God. So the function is helpful, right? We chant the mantras, we do arati, we offer obeisance, right? We develop humility, tolerance. But it's all there to awaken our love. Okay? You love God? We try to love God, but that's our nature. So it's not something foreign to us. No one can come and say, I'm going to make you love God by my power. No. You have love of God within your nature. To help that become manifest, then you have good association. This is the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. Bhaktistu bhagavad bhakta sangena parijayate. Satsanga prapyati pumbi sukritir purva sanchitai. Love for God can awaken in you when you spend time with those who have love of God. Does it make sense? Yes? Why? If you spend time with people who just want to go to parties and raves, then you develop that taste. That's the soul's, the spirit. Consciousness nature is it flows, right? Like a river. According to your association, certain association makes your consciousness flow in this way, right? You can look at your lives, right? You can look at your life some years ago, and what were you doing? Because of that consciousness flowing in that direction. So how do you flow it in a spiritual direction? By good association, spiritual association. So therefore we come together for this. This is called satsang. Satsang means association with spiritual people. All right, so this is just a little introduction. But this mantra we are chanting, this is very important. This mantra is the most recommended method to awaken our love for God. Right, in this age. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra is not Krishna's mantra, it's Yugal Nam. Yugal in Sanskrit is the name for divine couple. So this mantra we chant is not Krishna's mantra. Krishna's mantra is Shri Krishna, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is Bhagavan Vishnu mantra. Shri Krishna Sharanang Mama. This is Krishna mantra. I surrender to Krishna. Shri Krishna Sharanang Mama. Maha mantra, the Maha mantra, Hare Krishna. This is Yugal mantra. Radha Krishna together. Right? So this is very important to learn. Right? Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. Srimati Radhika is the Supreme Personality of the Goddess. Both are there. Both are there. So this is our Vedic tradition. By chanting this mantra, Lord Chaitanya describes that 7 excellent results come to in our life. So therefore for us, we recommend every day chanting this mantra on japa, tulasi mala beads. You can chant 108 times. Indra's given you beads. Alright, so you chant on each bead one mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. While chanting this mantra, you should meditate on your Atma. The Atma means your spirit, your innermost nature. Who am I? The Greek philosophers would say you should know thyself first. If you don't know thyself, you're living life just like a machine, like an animal, just going through the course of nature. Right? Without self-knowledge, self-realization. So you meditate on the Atma, but then you should meditate on the fact that the soul is not alone, the soul is present with God. And to realize that relationship between you, which is, right, you have 2 hands, bring them together. Right? That's what our Gurudev would say. Right? You can't clap with 1 hand. You can snap your fingers, but it takes 2 fingers. Right? So it takes 2. But they are one by relationship. They become like one. How? Not absolutely, but just like a husband and wife become a couple. Right? They're still lady and man with all their own attributes, styles, moods, qualities, specialities, but yet they're in a relationship as one. So it's described that the soul is finite consciousness and God is infinite consciousness. But God is complete, always complete, and the soul that are his expansions are also always complete, but they are finite. Right? We have a field of awareness. Right now we're in this room. We can see everything in this room. What's going on the other side of town? We have to check the news later. If it was significant enough, we can find out. But we don't see that now. We cannot. But God's field of awareness is everything. That's the difference. But there's a secret. We're always our own individuals. But if we can make relationship with Krishna through love, then through the power of love, he said, he will make you present in your divine nature as his own associate. Then you will no longer have any suffering in the material condition of life. You achieve moksha, liberation, like an afterthought. If you develop love of Krishna and through the process of bhakti, liberation from suffering is the secondary result. Moksha laguta krit. This is a very beautiful thing about bhakti, because people work very hard for moksha, especially in Indian culture, right? We work so hard for moksha. But according to our Srila Rupa Goswami and the scriptures, liberation from suffering is like a mere afterthought. Because you realize your love, and that love is so powerful. When you connect to the infinite source of everything, that love completely overwhelms you with bliss. It's said that at every step you taste nectar. And you immerse yourself into the ocean of bliss that is always increasing. This is what Lord Chaitanya taught. Lord Chaitanya taught that simply chant this mantra and hear. How can you see God now? Can you see God? These eyes are material, they're seeing matter. This tongue is material, it's tasting matter. Ears are material. But through hearing is the most subtle of the processes. You taste something, it's material. But you hear something, if you hear the name of Krishna, that name of Krishna is not material. It's spiritual, because it's the name of God. Hallowed be thy name. All the religions will say, chant the names of God. So if you can hear, by the process of hearing about Krishna, this is the most recommended process. If you were to ask me, what should I do as my spiritual practice? Okay, if you have 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, chant one round to start, To start. Sometimes you come together and meet with devotees, have some prasadam, But that's once a week, every couple of weeks, once a month maybe. But what about a daily practice? Daily practice, take your mala and chant one round and see the results in your own life, not in the future life, this life. Bhakti yoga is life insurance and afterlife insurance. Bhakti yoga is both. Bhakti yoga is life insurance and Bhakti yoga is afterlife insurance. Why is it life insurance? Because it makes your life better now. And everyone else you're connected to also. So by chanting the mantra, there's one thing though. It said that along with chanting, you should practice bhakti, which means a devotional activity. And it's called service by Swami Prabhupada because it's part of our nature to serve. Bob Dylan said, you got to serve somebody. Look at any animal or any human being. By the force of nature, you must serve. Yourself, you're feeding your body, What's your body made of? So many living entities. You ever seen one of those documentaries? They look inside the body. There's someone got hurt skiing, and they were going to die, and it goes inside and show how all the little entities in your body. So you're feeding your body. Who are you feeding? You're feeding all the things in your body that are hungry. You're serving yourself? No, you're serving so many people, so many entities. So you have to serve. So it said that by spiritual service, not material service, it helps you develop transcendental senses, and then you can chant the pure name. So Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj would say, without service, your chanting is simply material sound. But by some seva, that's why when we go to the temple, we offer a flower. What did Krishna say in the Gita? Everything we're speaking is based on Sastra. Krishna says in the Gita, O Arjuna, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayasati. O Arjuna, if you offer me even a leaf, a flower or some water with devotion, I accept it. And then you start to spiritually develop. So that's why in our process, we have this offering we do. What? We offer a flower, right? When you go, you say, oh, that's a nice flower. I'll pick it and enjoy it myself. Think, no, I'll pick it and then I'll meditate, oh God, I'm offering this to you. Then you can smell it. Take 2 seconds extra. Oh, look at this beautiful flower. Oh God, I offer this to you. And then you smell it. Then it's His mercy, prashad. Why? Because you offered it with love. Why? If you have someone you love, right? Valentine's Day, you get a bouquet of flowers. You give it to your honey, right? Honey means sweet. So our process is called madhurya because it's very sweet, right? So we want that sweetness in life, right? We were joking about this before, right? Material life, honeymoon. Honeymoon means for a few days, right? We enjoy this sweetness. Oh, fresh love, young love. Like Romeo and Juliet, right? They killed each other. We'd like to see an alternate in a multiverse. They had another history of that. And it's the sequel is they lived happily ever after. No, they lived, and then 20 years later, they're fighting, arguing, right? And they get a divorce. Right? Shakespeare in his next life, he wrote that story. The story of Romeo and Juliet getting a divorce after 20, 30 years. That's called material love. But our relation with God, there's no possibility of divorce. Right? Because you cannot never separate. That's why we say the truth is one. Because you cannot separate the soul from God. Possible? Who are we welcoming in? Nitai Chan Prabhu Ki. Okay? You cannot get divorced from God. Jai Nitai Chan Prabhu Ki. Jai Mataji Ki. Haribol. Sorry? Mahatma. Great personality has entered. Oh, Vancouver. We were just there. Jai, we were just there. We just visited. Welcome. All right, so let's do a little Jai Radha Madhava and then we'll continue, okay? Jai Radha Madhava, continue. We'll tell some Krishna stories. You should think about this, okay? Denise, you should think about this. You can never divorce God. But when you achieve your love of God, you'll never want a divorce. Because when you realize that essence, you realize that your nature is, right? What is love? Love is when you find someone that you're attracted to, right? But not material attraction, right? Chemical romance. When you're attracted, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of our great saints, he said, natural attraction, like iron is attracted to a magnet, right? So that attraction is so powerful. It said that mutual love, right? It can never be divided. So that is ultimately, the origin of that love is called Adi Ras, the original mellow. The original substance, the original source of everything is what? That madhurya, that sweetness of that love, that real honey, not the honeymoon. Krishna's honeymoon, I'll give you an example. Krishna's honeymoon is called the Rasa dance. It lasts for one entire night of Lord Brahma, and that is the equivalent to 4 billion years. That's his honeymoon. Why? He's dancing, a very beautiful season, on the bank of the Jamuna, with all of his Shakti, the manifestations of Srimati Radhika, all the gopis. All the gopis are manifestations of her love and her desire to please her beloved Krishna. So Bhakti Yoga is the process of love by which we endeavor to please our beloved. And that gives us supreme happiness. So we're talking about our recipe for spiritual life, right? Some seva. Then your chanting becomes real. There's levels of chanting. You can chant for millions of lifetimes and not give a result. This is what Chaitanya Charitamrita says. Mahaprabhu said, Koti Janma. I don't like quoting too many verses when we're giving more introductory, right? But everything I'm speaking is based on some scriptural text. Mahaprabhu said you can chant for many lifetimes but not realize your love because of many offenses and bad nature and things like that. But if you do a little seva, Krishna says, oh, you offer a flower. Simple. How hard is it to offer a flower? What is a flower? Everything that's beautiful in this world is already beautiful because of its nature and it's coming from God. So you offer that beauty back to Him. I offer this to you. And you are beautiful, so the best flower to offer is your heart. Right? We do this festival called Anukut, which is when we offer many varieties of preparations to Krishna. But our Gurudev would say, Anna means a grain of rice. But he said the real grain, the real Anna, the real substance, that is your Atma, yourself, your spirit. So you offer your heart, your spirit to God, that is the most beautiful flower. If you offer your heart to God, then whatever you do in your life, that becomes offered. Krishna says in the Gita, offer everything to me. Yat korosi, yat asnasi, yat jahosi, whatever you eat, whatever you do, offer it to me. How are you going to do all that? How are you going to remember, oh, did I offer that or not? I went for a walk, did I offer it? Did you offer your shower this morning to Krishna? You took a shower, did you offer it? You went to bed, did you? Krishna says, when you sleep, offer it to me. So how are you going to offer everything to Krishna? You have to love Krishna, offer your heart to Krishna, then everything you do is for His pleasure. Then everything is offered. Then everything becomes transcendental. Hare Krishna. All right, there's a very beautiful verse. So I'm giving you the basic fundamentals, right? 5, 6 things that are very important. Some seva. Seva just means a loving offering. Right? Like Braja Devi is doing such a loving offering today of so many things. Also, Radhe, Kaylee, right? Working so hard, making something nice. Rupa Raghunath, where he came in, right? Cooking Manjari, Krishna Prem. All of this is called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti means seva, but with love. So we have a mission, it's called Bhakta Bandhav, which means friendship and love for devotees. But also in English we call it serve love, because that's the essence of life. Not service without love, but service to love, for love, and with love. Like in our constitution, in America, we say, by the people, for the people, right? What else? I'm not a very good American student. Of the people, by the people, for the people, right? Yes, I need to learn from Canadians. What's my constitution? What's our motto, right? Declaration of Independence. That's not my declaration. My declaration is surrender to Krishna. All right? So we should act with love, for love. Right? Bhakti Yoga. With love, for love. And you take mantra, initiation. Why? Krishna says in Sastra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Sastra, when you take this mantra from Guru, then Diksha Kale Bhakta Kare Atma Samarpan. When you offer your heart to Krishna, right? The best offering is your heart. When you say, oh Krishna, I offer myself to you. Our Gurudev said this is a very easy process of bhakti. Other processes are very difficult. Gyan, knowledge, yoga, asceticism, mystic powers, to achieve those things, siddhis, perfections, difficult. But our Gurudev said very easy process, very interesting process. If you can offer your heart to Krishna, how do you offer your heart to Krishna? Jai, Rupa Raghunath Prabhu. Vinay Prabhu is here?
He's here, yeah.
Coming in? Okay. If you can offer your heart to Krishna, there's a beautiful verse. Krishna tomar hoy jadi bole ek baar, maya bhanda hoite Krishna tare kore par. How do you offer? You may say, I want to offer my heart to Krishna. Who wants to offer their heart to Krishna? Manjari? You want to offer your heart? You already offered your heart. But you can offer again, no problem. Every day. Krishna Premi already offered his heart. That's why he's offered. Gurudev accept, then he offered. Krishna tomar hoy. When you look in your life and you see, oh, God is mine and I am His. Right? Then you can say, Krishna, I am yours. Krishna tomar hoy. Krishna, I am yours. That's it. Ek bar, one time, sincerely from your heart, you say that. Right? I remember when I was a young boy, 15 years old, 14, 15. My Gurudev, since I was 10 years old, he always told me I want you to be a monk. It's not a common thing, a kid, people as a kid, they say, what are you going to be when you grow up? I didn't say monk. Right? But I met my Guru at 9, took initiation, at 10, took Brahminical initiation. I said, I want you to be a monk, serve my mission. I thought, what is that? I want to serve my mission. Why am I going to serve your mission? But in due course, you realize that his mission is my mission. Why? Because his mission is to help me realize my Atma and my relation with Krishna. And my mission is to help him help me. and then help others. Help my Gurudev, help me, and then if I feel some gratitude for what it has affected my life, then I'll also help him. All right? So Krishna Tomar Hoy. I remember I was struggling with this idea for a couple of years, because every time he would see me, he would ask this. Every time he would see me, ask, become a monk for a mission. But he spoke so sweetly, all these books. This is not many different books, many different people. This is one person. This is all one person. This is all one personality. Our Gurudev. He spoke so sweetly, he captured our heart, made it very easy to fall in love. Is it hard to fall in love? It's hard to fall in love if someone tells you by force. Right? I'll tell you one story of our Gurudev. One time, someone asked him, Gurudev, will you accept me? I want to join your mission. I want to be part of your family, your spiritual family. Do you give me permission? Should I ask my parents? You know what he said? Okay. This is nice. We have to have like many chapters of a program, right? Okay, brief break. Let's start again. Let me finish the story, then we'll have a break and start again, okay? Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chaitanya Priya, Haribo, please have a seat. I feel bad. I'm going to sit down here and everyone can sit up here, then there's another sofa. All right, someone can sit up here with me too. Krishna Prem, come on, we need some more space. We got room for 3 up here. Come on, Vrindavan, Krishna Prem, Raghuvir. Okay, let me tell you this story, okay? What is love? So he said, Gurudev, will you accept me? I want to be with you. And do you give me permission? Can I join the mutt? Can I come to the mutt? Jai Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. What's your name, Prabhu? Tulsi Prabhu. Binay Krishna Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Thank you so much for joining us. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Tulsi Prabhu. All right, so we're going to have an intermission and then start again. All right? No. This is very nice. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Have a seat. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Okay? Let me finish the story. So our Gurudev said, because he said, do you give me permission? So he said one thing very sweet. He said, have you ever heard of like young boy, young girl, teenager, they develop some love for somebody? Do you ask, right, the parents' permission before you develop attraction? Or after? Or never. Okay? So beginning, I'm not talking about meeting. I'm talking about what's called purva rag, initial attraction. So initial attraction is natural. Right? So our Gurudev said, of course, there's no question of permission. You cannot tell someone like, I'll give an example that's present tense. Our Srimati Shamrani Mataji in Miami Center, right? For many years, she was resisting taking any disciples, right? But there were some people that said, no, I won't take from anyone but you. I don't care if I have to wait lifetimes. So how can she say, I don't give you permission to do this? Right?
And she said, only when I hear directly from Gurudev and Prabhupada, then I will.
Then she will. So she started now, right? But there were some people who said, I won't take from anyone else, whether you give permission or not. So Krishna, if you offer your heart to Krishna, I'll tell you the difference between Krishna and Lord Ram. Lord Ram, if you want to be with Ram in a romantic relationship, he said, not possible. I have Sita Devi, my partner. But Krishna is so merciful that however you desire a relationship with him, he arranges. So however, if you want to have loving relationship with Krishna, then Krishna says, yes, tathastu, I give it to you. You want to dance with Krishna? Tathastu, it is yours. Right? It's called madhurya, sweetness. You want to play with Krishna? Tathastu, it is yours. There's a beautiful verse in the Bhagavad Puran. Right? This is a very beautiful verse. Maybe we should have intermission and then tell the story. Yeah? Okay, let's have a brief intermission. Okay, someone can sing Jai Radha Madhava? You want me to sing?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do Jai Radha Madhava. Okay, Hare Krishna. I want to hear from. You have a seat, Vinay Prabhu. Anyone need some water, refreshment, stretch? I want to tell this story. It's a very beautiful story. We're going to tell some Krishna stories now. Okay. I was in the middle of a verse, right? I should probably finish that verse. When you take mantra, Krishna says, and you surrender your heart, you offer your heart, Krishna says, I make you transcendental. This is Sastra, Mahaprabhu said. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpan. When you offer your heart to Krishna and you take mantra from Guru, then kare atma samarpan. Krishna says, I make you like me, transcendental, divine. How can you relate with Krishna? You want to be with Krishna? You have to become like Krishna. And then you realize my Atma is already like Paramatma. It's just small. But my relationship is naturally by love. So this is our process. You take mantra, you chant 5 minutes a day, this Maha Mantra, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. Develop attraction for it by hearing about Krishna. The way to develop attraction for the chanting process is by hearing. Because hearing, you can hear transcendental sound, and then it purifies your heart. Creates a spiritual revolution. Shrindvatam swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridyantasto hyabhadrani virunoti suhritsatam. If you hear about Krishna from devotees, this sound enters your heart and begins to awaken your Atma, your soul, and awaken your relationship with God, and then in due course you can realize that. That is our process. Hare Krishna. Now we'll have our intermission. I want to tell a really beautiful story of Sri Krishna and his mercy. Okay? Does that sound right? Beautiful story of Sri Krishna and his mercy and his love, and how he appears in different ways to help us. All right? First, I want to remember our beloved Srila Gurudev, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and his very dear Shiksha Guru Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and offer our pranams to them first. Mandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupa Nuga Pravaram Brajara Rasikang Cha Narayanang Tang Prapanam Shri Gurum Charanang Bande Ramana Pristhaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktidam Cha Kripa Murti Narayanam Seva Kunje Braje Ramye Govardhane Giro Sada Radha Kunde Rasanande Tat Tat Seva Pradhayakam Gurung Narayanakyam Tam Bhande Vinoda Pristakam Yat Paras Smriti Matrena Dhamodhara Prasiddhati Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Nama Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Bolo Dheena Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Bolo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Shri Guruji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Samasta Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Gaurnitananda Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Radhara Manju Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari 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 Bo Hare Krishna. Welcome to your home, home.
Harpreet and Ruchika.
Harpreet and Ruchika. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna. Thank you to Rupa Raghunath Prabhu, to Brajadevi Mataji, to the beautiful daughters for welcoming us here. Thank you to Krishna Prem Prabhu, to Manjari Didi, Indra Mohan, Vrindavan Prabhu, Raghuvir Prabhu, all the devotees for coming together here and arranging all this. Why are we here? I'll tell you, if you allow, 2-3 minutes why I'm here.
Sure, please.
Right? I'm here because of the love of the devotees, and this is our spiritual family, right? And our spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Bhakta Bandhav Srila Gurudev, he desired that our spiritual communities serve together to develop our love for Krishna, work together in love, in harmony. So I'm here to serve that transcendental mission. Our Gurudev said our mission is the same as the mission of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, which is the same mission of Lord Chaitanya, which is the same mission of real Sanatan Dharma, eternal love, eternal religion. And he said to realize our relationship with Krishna, Gurudev wrote a beautiful book called Harmony, where he spoke about serving together in beautiful communities like this. My personal service is to help serve devotees, also anyone who's a spiritual seeker or people. We're serving each other and serving you on your spiritual journey. That's my service. And sharing the message of our Gurudev. So here in front of me, these are not just a collection of different books. This is a collection of all the teachings of our beloved Gurudev. We are every day, right? Today already, we spent 5 hours each, about 10 hours on this service. So we are translating, transcribing, and then laying out and publishing all of the divine discourses of our beloved Gurudev, which is a guiding light for us to pure bhakti into the realm of Krishna and Vrindavan. So at present, here we have 27 volumes, but we are presently finishing up to volume 50. And so we are doing our best to publish between 15 and 20 books a year of our Gurudev's divine words in every place he went and spoke. So that's why each book is going chronologically through his world tours, 1996, 1997, 1998, and we're just finishing 1999.
1996 he went to Prabhu's
Oh yes.
Chelsea Prabhu's place, yes.
Wow.
1996.
Okay. So we have West Coast volume here where that is. So we can hear all these. So we did a program here, right? West Coast 96. You can look for it here, Vrindavan. It's very sweet katha. Very sweet. For us to develop taste in bhakti, we have to hear katha. Who do we hear from? Realized Guru, who has love and relation with Krishna. And when we hear from them, then our relation with Krishna begins to manifest. Our love begins to awaken. So this is an offering from us to our beloved Gurudev together. So at the end of our program tonight, we're going to do our Guru Puja, and then also Puja of all Gurudev's Vani, his teachings. It's described that Guru is not material. Guru is spiritual, and their second form is all their Vani, their instructions, their books, their teachings. And so, here we are presenting all of our beloved Gurudev's teachings as it is, unabridged, start to finish. Any lecture that was recorded, we have about 10,000 lectures. So in 1996, when he went back to India, he spoke in Hindi. We've done 5 volumes from Hindi to English. And this is all from his world tours. So we're finishing 1999, and then immediately we're starting 2000. And so we expect by the end of this to have a few hundred volumes. And this will be Gurudev's temple of his divine teachings. We call this Vani Mandir, the temple of his divine words. Right? Because without Vani, without the scripture, we have no guidance in life, no direction. So our Guru Vani, this is all power. If you want spiritual strength, you take shelter of Guru and his Vani. Guru Vani, So important and so powerful. Sastra, Krishna says, Satam prasangam mama virya samvito. My potency is in the words of my disciplic succession, my gurus. Those who are under my guidance in my lineage. All my power is there. So if you take shelter of the words of your spiritual master, then you are guaranteed success in spiritual life. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. The words emanating from the lotus mouth of Sri Guru, make that one with your heart. Koro more atmasat. Then all power, all spiritual power comes in your life. Without that, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhya. By your own power, you can never realize God. But by the mercy of Guru, Krishna very easily comes. So I was mentioning, it's a beautiful idea. Bhakti Yoga is very beautiful. What we practice is Bhakti Yoga. Very easy, beautiful process. Rupa Goswami said that if you practice bhakti, moksha laguta krit, liberation is easily achieved as an afterthought. Why? Krishna tomar hoy jadi bhuli ek baar. Oh Krishna, Bhagavan, I'm offering my heart to you. He says, okay, I accept. God will never take you by force. He gave you free will and independence. But if you realize, oh, I desire a relation with you, and you offer your heart, then Krishna says, okay, I accept. Then gradually he will arrange circumstances in your life so that you can advance. Right? This is called Sharanagati. That sign you have on your shirt, Sharanagati. This means the offering of the heart in devotion or surrender to God. How is that process? There's a very interesting story. Very interesting story in the Bhagavad. How you offer your heart to God and how He arranges your life in such a way to bring you to Him. Krishna, there's a verse in the Upanishad. Nityo Nityanam. God is eternal, you are eternal. God is the original eternal being, the original flame. All of you, spirit souls, are also eternal. Chaitanash Chitananam. Consciousness. Original consciousness, supreme consciousness, that is Krishna. And then all the jivas, living entities, are described to be like sparks of that divine fire. Or photons of light emanating from the sun. Eko bahunam yo vidadhati kamam. Krishna alone, of the many unlimited living entities, can fulfill all desires. God can fulfill all desires. Therefore, anything related to Krishna is called Kamadhenu. Wish fulfilling. Tulsi Devi. Chintamani. Even the dust in Vrindavan is Chintamani. Means like a touchstone. Whatever you want, it can be achieved. What do you want? Whatever you want, if you take shelter of Vrindavan, the dust of Vrindavan, Chintamani. Touchstone. Can give you all your desires. Mother cow in India, Vrindavan, Kamadhenu. Fulfill all your kama and your desires. Anything related to Krishna. Yashoda. Mother Yashoda means she's always giving everything. Giving. Giriraj. Right? Giriraj, Dan Gati, he gives whatever you desire. So our Gurudev would say, when he would come bring us to Giriraj, it's a beautiful sacred mountain in Vrindavan, in Braj Mandal. It's called Giriraj, the king of all mountains. So he's very connected to Krishna. So our Gurudev would say, whatever you desire, he can give you. But therefore, you should listen to me, and I'll tell you what is in your best interest. Nija nikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. Giriraj, may I be near you, near those who are near you, who are near Krishna. How? Pramadamadana lila kandare te. O Giriraj, in your caves, Srimati Radhika and Krishna are performing their loving pastimes in the groves. So I'm praying for that service. Especially the service to your beloved Srimati Radhika. Tavevasmi najivami tvaya vina. Iti vigyaya devi tvam nayamam charanantike. O Radhe, I'm offering myself to you. Please accept me. Without you, I have no life. Then Krishna very easily comes to you. Okay, you want to know the easiest way to realize Krishna? Easiest way. Quick. Radhika dasi jadi hoy abhiman. Shigrai milai taba gokulakan. We've been talking about Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, right? Radharani. Everywhere I go, I'm surprised. People know Krishna, but they don't know Radharani. That blows my mind. Krishna consciousness, who is Krishna consciousness? That Krishna consciousness comes from Srimati Radhika. This is the source. She is the source of that love. Without her shelter, how can you have Krishna Prem? She blesses that Krishna Prem, then you realize, oh, that comes from her also. So, Radhika Dasi Jadi Hoy Abhiman, if you develop that mood, Abhiman, even pride, I am the servant of Srimati Radhika. Very quickly, Krishna is achieved. Shigrai Milai Tava. Why? Atapa Rohita Surai Nahi Jani. You want to know the sun without the rays of the sun? So Srimati Radhika is that ray of the sun by which you can see Krishna. So all our Guru Varga, they're called what? Karuna Gana Vigraha. Embodiments of the mercy of Krishna. What is that mercy of Krishna? Right? Krishna Kripa Murti. Like in Hindi, for Swami Prabhupada, it's written Krishna Kripa Murti. The Murti, the embodiment of the mercy of Krishna. What is that Krishna Kripa Murti? Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharite Shanaka Shanatana Bharanita Charite. O Radharani, you are the embodiment of mercy. Karunam Karumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Bharanita Charite. So we take shelter of Srimati Radhika and we take shelter of Shri Krishna. This is our Guru Maharaj's teaching. So we're telling a very interesting story. Yes, you ready? Eko bahunam yo vididati kamam. God alone can fulfill your desires. What is your desire? What do you want? You want it, you can have it. Right? You wanted to be a monk? Here you are. A few years ago, right? Now we're going to his hometown in a couple of days. Right? Going to see family. Right? But now transformed life. Completely transformed. Day and night only hearing Gurudev Katha. Before, what Katha? Maya, 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 Maya. Maya, Maya. Illusion, illusion, illusion. Now, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Why? Because you had sincere desire, therefore here you are. You wanted it, you have it. So now the question is, do you want Krishna Loka? You also can get it. Our Gurudev would say like that. Very easy process, but you have to want it sincerely. But Krishna will arrange. Krishna will arrange. I'll tell you from my personal life. Gurudev told me, oh, you should be a monk. This is good for you and serve my mission. But really, what is his mission? His mission is to help me, right? Because I am a fallen, useless wretch. Fool. Right? Mahaprabhu would say, oh, we're fallen in the ocean of material existence. But if we sincerely pray, Krishna tomar hoy, jadi bole ek bar, one time sincerely, Krishna, I'm yours, then he will make all arrangement. Maya hoite, tare kare par, very easily will cross over Maya. So I can also look back on my life. Where was I? Where am I now? It's all Guru mercy, Guru Shakti, but you have to sincerely pray. They would say again and again, but by the power of his Harikatha, that's why we're serving his Harikatha. By the power of Gurudev's divine discourses, that sincere aspiration to have relationship with Krishna manifests. Then you can call out to Krishna sincerely. Oh Krishna, I desire love for you. Then I offer my heart to you. Why will you offer to heart someone you don't love? So you have to develop that first particle of love. What is that called? Shraddha, faith. And greed, desire, lobha mohi shraddha. By hearing Harikatha, this is the process. Hear from Guru and Vaishnav. So we don't have to worry. I'm going to tell you this story that teaches us we don't have to worry. Simply you have to develop sincere desire. One time I'm going to continue that story we told in the car. Right? She was asking, why do we wear this sika? This ponytail. Why? So I told the story of Vamandev. Vamandev is Krishna's incarnation, one of the Das avatar, 10 incarnations. Primary. There's many incarnations. So there was a great king of the subterranean planets, and he conquered the whole universe. His name was Bali Maharaj. Right? And he was the leader of the Asuras. Sura, Asura, demigods, and the Asuras are the cousin brothers. And they're always fighting. So the brothers, who are actually the elder brothers, they conquered the world and they kicked all the demigods out of their places. Surya, Bhagavan, Indra, Varuna, all the demigods were kicked out of their posts. And they say, now it's our turn to be in charge. This is the story. We get to be in charge now and show you how to really run the universe. Because you guys are not proper. We'll do it and we'll take care of our people nicely. So the demigods prayed to Krishna for help, and Krishna arranged to come as this beautiful boy Baman. Very beautiful, but young and short, small. He's called the dwarf incarnation. Very beautiful. Right? Upendra, he took on the humble role of the younger brother of Indra. Right? And he went to this king and he said, give me 3 steps of land. 3 steps of land. You only want 3 steps of land. This king was giving charity every month or so, and he would give anything anyone asked for. He owns the whole universe. Right? People have big egos, but right? If you ask someone who owns the whole universe how much they can ask for, give me the whole universe, it's like, what are you going to do with it? Right? So people ask, give me this, give me this, give me wealth, give me this. So the boy said, I just want 3 steps of land. I'm a simple brahmachari monk. I only need 3 steps of land so I can sleep and do my practice. His guru tried to stop him, but he gave. And in 3 steps, he covered everything. What is everything? You remember the story, Denise? First step was all the upper planetary systems. Second step was all the lower planetary systems. Is that everything? No, because the soul, we have free will, we are independent. So God can take everything, but we have to offer ourselves. Oh, you have everything, God. It's already His. You were just playing the game thinking it was yours. So really, He's just taking back what's His. And afterwards, He gives it back. In the end of the story, He gives it back to the king. Just like the scary story we told yesterday of Harishchandra. In the end, He gives it back. Right? It's mine, but recognize that if you're good at taking care of it, it's yours. Your home is yours. Your car is yours. Everything is God's property. But we take care of it for Him. Our family, right? Our society, we take care of it. Everything is His. Ishavashyamidam sarvam. Whatever is there, we didn't create it. So it's God's, we offer to Him and we serve it. So he took 2 steps, but then he said, where will I put the 3rd step? Where will I put the 3rd step? So Bali Maharaj bowed his head and he said, oh Lord, put it here on my head. I was very proud. I thought that the whole world is mine, but I was a fool. Everything is yours. So put your 3rd step here. Therefore, where he put his 3rd step, that is our Sika. Right? This place we offer to Him. This is yours. And we tie it and we say, we are chaste. We offer ourselves to you. So we're telling the other part of the story now. He had a granddaughter, Vidyavali. And when she saw this beautiful boy, she desired that he would be her son. God will fulfill your desire. So she desired, oh, he's so beautiful. I want to make him my son, and I want to give him my breast milk. So he thought, yes. He knows your mind and your heart. She didn't tell him, but He knows your heart. He knows your mind. He is the soul of your soul. He knows everything. He's waiting in your heart. In the Upanishad it said, the Lord is, if the body is like a tree, on that tree there's a branch, and that branch there's 2 birds. That's the soul and God. Spirit and the Supreme Spirit. Present there, in you right now. And when you look towards Him, He's saying, oh, she's looking towards me. They're looking towards me. Oh, now I'll arrange for her to develop in life. You turn towards God, then He'll start to arrange everything. So this girl, she thought, I want a relationship with Him. It's a very easy process of bhakti. I want to serve Him like His mother. So Vedic philosophy teaches that we can have all of these kinds of relationships with God as Krishna in the most intimate way. With other incarnations, Vishnu, you cannot be His mother and give Him your breast milk. And Lord Ram, you cannot be His wife. But Krishna, you can be queen, or you can be gopi, or you can be Saka, or you can be Mata, Pita, like that. So this girl, she thought, I want to be his mother and give her my breast milk. So he thought, yes, I accept. Then what happened when he took the whole world? This is the important part of the story. And then he put his foot on Bali's head. Then he called Ananta Shesh, his divine manifestation as the serpent, and bound him up. He said, now is tapasya, austerity, discipline. Why? Why are you taking everything and claiming it's yours? Why do you have this false ego? Why do we get punished in life? Abhiman surapan, pratishta sukarabhishta, Gaudavam Shuddha Rodavam, Swayam Taktva Harim Bhajet. Pride. This is called Abhiman. Surapan is like intoxication. I gave a class about this in Texas. I said, you think alcohol is a drug? You think marijuana is a drug? Cocaine is a drug? What's the most powerful drug? Name and fame, opulence, worship. I will be guru or I will be God and everyone worship me. I will be the king. That's intoxication. I will be the king of the world. I will be the king of this country. I will be a leader. But I won't be a servant of God. Abhiman Surapan, Gaudavam Shuddha Rodavam. This is like hellish. Pratishta Sukara Vishta, name and fame, is like the stool of a hog. Giving up all this, worship Krishna. Develop your relation with Krishna. So Bali Maharaj had this lesson. And he surrendered himself fully, and Krishna protected him. But this girl, she thought, look at what he's doing to him. What kind of God is this? If he was my son, I would put poison on my breast and try to kill him. First she prayed, he will be my son, I will give him my breast milk. Then she thought, I will put poison on that breast, and I will poison him. So what did Krishna say? Tatashtu. So it shall be. So there's a very beautiful saying in the Bhagavad. Kama dvesha bhaya sneha. Anyhow, even by lust or anger, you focus your mind on Krishna, you will get liberation. That's why many demons meditate on Krishna with anger and they get quick liberation. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, quick liberation. Sometimes devotees takes longer because the process of love is more maturing, ripening process. Anger is easy. I hate God. No problem. Say, I hate God, I hate God, I hate God, I hate God, I hate God. But as long as you keep God there, no problem. There's a story of Valmiki, Ramayan. He received mantra from his Guru Narad, but he couldn't chant the mantra Ram because he was so sinful. He was always hurting animals and half killing them. And so he said, I cannot chant Ram. So he said, what can you chant? Can you chant Mara? Mara means death. In Sanskrit, Mara means death. So he said, I can chant Mara. I'm good at that. So he chanted Mara, 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 and he got liberation. Ulta Nam Japita Jagajani. Chanting the name of the Lord backwards, he achieved transcendental life, Brahma Saman. So even though this lady wanted to give poison to Krishna, she still got liberation. And more than that, beyond liberation, she got her original loving desire to be like Krishna's mother. Therefore, in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, there's a very beautiful example given. Sukadeva Goswami was running away from home. Right? Why? Because he was afraid of Maya. He was in the womb of his mother for 16 years. And he said, I will not come out. She said, come out. I will not come out. Come out. I will not come out. So he said, only if you remove Maya, Krishna, I will come out of the womb. So then Krishna said, if I remove Maya, which means the power by which we are bewildered in this world, illusory life and attachment. He said, if I remove attachment and illusory life, the whole world will be destroyed. Maya is necessary. So he said, I can remove it for as long as one mustard seed will stay on the tip of the horn of a calf. Right? You want some water? Anybody need some water? As long as it'll stay on the tip of the horn of a calf. Yeah, bring some water. Some orange juice? Good. Good story. Everyone should hear this story. Anybody need some water? No problem. Don't be shy. I need some water. Yeah, give Denise some water. All right, anyone need some water? It's an important story. No, I don't need water. She needs water. Everyone needs water. Stay alert. This is an important story. We give 20, 30 years for material education. We should give a few hours for spiritual education. Okay? A few hours for spiritual education. Okay? So, it's a very interesting story. This Sukadeva was a great saint who spoke the Bhagavatam. First time in public for everyone. Lord Shiva spoke the Bhagavatam first, but only for Goddess Parvati. And Suka heard. You can give anyone who needs. Give to Anish. Here, right? Right? Okay. Very interesting story. Sukadeva Goswami said, I won't come out. So Krishna said, I'll remove Maya, attachment to this world, for the moment that one mustard seed can stay on the tip of the horn of a cow. How long will that last? A moment and it'll fall off. So he removed Maya, and Sukadeva Goswami came and started running to the forest naked. I don't want to be attached to this world. I'm attached to God. And his father ran behind him, Ved Vyas, author of the Vedas, literary incarnation. He said, Putra, 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 oh my son, oh my son. And the echo from the forest came back. Who is your son? Who is your father? Who are you? Right? So he ran away and he followed the path of nirvana. No attachment to anything. No attachment to anything. But Vyas thought, I have to bring him back. Why? I want to teach him Sastra and have him go and teach. He is not attached, so he should help everyone in the world. Anyone who is nirapeksha, has no attachment to this world, they can help everyone in this world. Why? Nivrittatarshe rupagiyamanat. There's a beautiful verse. Nivrittatarshe rupagiyamanat. If someone has no attachment for this world, by their speech they can help everyone develop attachment to God. In the Bible they say, right? For those in whom there's only love of the world, how can they have a love of God? So we have to develop love of God, then you can love everyone. This is what our Gurudev would say again and again. If you want to love everyone, first you must love Krishna. Then you can see Krishna in everyone, in their heart, in their Atma, Paramatma, and you can honor them and have affection and love for them, but no material attachment. So how did he bring back this Sukadev? He taught some hunters to speak very beautiful verses about the beauty of Krishna and the mercy of Krishna. So it's tied together to this story. These hunters, to catch a deer, you play a beautiful song on a flute. So they sang two verses very sweetly while playing music, and Sukadeva Goswami came back and he said, what is this? I was running for nirvana, right? Oh, I'm not connected to anything. No attachment, no attachment. But no attachment leads to what? Nothing. We're not seeking to not be attached. We're seeking to be attached to Sri Krishna. Krishna Rati, Ashakti, attachment to Krishna. So there's a beautiful verse. Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam. Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam. Kam vadhayalum sharanang brajema. How merciful is Krishna that Putana put poison on her breast. And Krishna didn't reject her. Krishna didn't say, oh, you're trying to kill me. So this girl, in her next life, she took birth as this very powerful demoness lady. Very strong. She did a lot of austerity and she had the power of 10,000 elephants. And her food was baby bakora. Said for diet, she would take babies and put them in batter and cook them and eat them. That was her food. She was a very powerful lady, powerful witch. And she would make some nice chutney. Dip it in the chutney. And Maharaj Kamsa was related to her. Kamsa tried to defeat her. He couldn't defeat her. And so he made a partnership with her. And she said, as long as you supply me with good food, no problem, I'll work with you. Kamsa has two wives, Asti and Nasti. And they would always cook these types of pakoras. So when Krishna was born in Vrindavan, Kamsa sent Putna to find all the baby kids and eat them. She said, oh, 2 for 1. I get to help you and I also get, right, like Chick-fil-A, right? Fresh, KFC, fried. This is demon life. Why? This is called hellish life. We think, oh, the chicken is not alive. Cow is not alive. It's okay if we eat steak. You hear eating baby, oh, it's horrible. But eating cow, no problem. But that cow is also someone's baby. Yes? That chicken is also someone's baby. But don't worry, don't kill people or any of these things. This is just the story from Katha. Myth, not myth. This is Krishna Katha from the Bhagavatam, Satyam Param, absolute truth. So she went because what her desire to harm Krishna became this great anartha. And it led to all this. But she came in a very beautiful form. She transformed into a very beautiful form, came to Vrindavan. And Krishna was a very beautiful baby, very small, tiny little baby, just opening his eyes, just rolling, just crawling. And this lady, Putana, came and said, "Oh, Mother Yashoda, you are not so nice. I am very nice. I should be his mother. I am more beautiful than you." Krishna's mother, she said, "You are not so nice. You're old. I am young and beautiful, Miss Universe." She had that power to put on good makeup. Right? What? Change her form. You're very attractive. He said, "Oh, Krishna, I made a promise." Right? Kamsa arranged to send her to find Krishna, but Krishna arranged Kamsa to send her to fulfill his promise. She had said, "I will smear poison on my breast and give it to this boy, Krishna," who had appeared as Brahmin at that time. "I will arrange." So Krishna arranged so she could do this. So she came and she had smeared poison on her breast, and she thought, "I will breastfeed Krishna," like his nurse. "Oh, Mother Yashoda, Krishna's mother, give him to me. I will take care of him." So what did Krishna, did he say no? Krishna say no? Krishna said, "No problem." Krishna held out his arms, "Pick me up, no problem." And Gurudev said she had very big, Gurudev would joke like this, very big, 5 kilo, 10 kilo breast, and Krishna, take it. Right? What is Krishna's mercy? Aho bhakyam stanakala kutam. They spoke this verse to Sukadev, and he came back by this, Sukadev Goswami. Kam vadhyalum sharanang brajema. Who is more merciful than Krishna? That this Putana came to kill him in the guise of a mother? What's worse than that, right? You want to fight with someone? Fight face to face, right? This is honorable. But she came like a mother to kill Krishna by giving her like the most soft, gentle, right, embodiment of the mother's love, breast. Oh, and put poison there to kill Krishna. But what did Krishna do? Krishna gave her not just moksha, liberation. Krishna said, "Oh, you want to be my mother? You will be my mother." So he said, "But this body, how are you going to be my mother in this body?" So he gave her liberation. There's many stories of Krishna killing demons. Agasura, which represents Pap. When Krishna killed him, then the soul came out as a lamp, a light, jyoti, effulgence, and entered Krishna's feet. Why? Krishna gave moksha. Any demon Krishna kills, he gives moksha. But Putana, he didn't give moksha only. Sharanam, he gave her eternal shelter as his own, like his own mother. Her name is Datri, like his own Mother Yashoda's assistant in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal Vrindavan. She first had a good desire, right? What is it, good desire? For Krishna, good desire, bad desire? Your nature, her love manifested, right? This is according to her swarup, her nature. She didn't say, "Oh, Krishna will be my beloved. I will be like his mother." Why? Because in her Atma, her Swarup, she had that sambandha, relation with Krishna as mother. So people say, "Oh, Swarup can always change." No. This girl, when she saw the beautiful Vaman, she said, "I will be his mother. I will feed him my breast milk." So Krishna said, "Yes, this is your nature. I accept that." Her other desire, this is only her confusion, only avidya, ignorance. So that is not eternal. Ignorance is not eternal. You understand? Her desire to give him poison, that was not eternal. Her desire to be his mother and give him her love, that was eternal. Therefore, Krishna said, "No problem. You give me poison, I accept your poison. You give me love, I accept your love. But the poison is temporary and love is eternal." So that's why we say at any circumstance, even with anger, you remember Krishna. But think of Krishna. Kam, dvesh, bhaya, sneha. However, but the topmost is the gopis, because their love is based on simple, pure love. Adi ras, madhurya ras, simple love. So we should think about this and not be distressed, not be disturbed, not be worrisome. There's no need to worry. Right? Krishna gave this position to Putana, who tried to kill him in the form of his mother. I want to kill you, Krishna. She said, that is only your anartha. Anartha means external thing. Prahlad Maharaj said, there is no pap for the Atma. The soul is pure. You have not committed any sin. That's all illusion, ignorance. 4th chapter of the Gita, Krishna says, by the torchlight of divine knowledge, all sin is removed. Because you realize, I am soul, and the soul has no sin. Soul is pure. Right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Say you go out and you roll in the mud in Vancouver. Then you get muddy. Are you now like muddy? Right? If you take a shower, the mud comes off. So were you dirty? There was mud on you, but that was not you. So dirtiness means we do sinful activities, right? We harm, like sometimes we say, oh, people have this debate, oh, abortion is a big debate, right? Good or bad? Okay? But even if it's done, doesn't mean you're sinful now. You've committed pap, and you'll have a repercussion for that. But take a shower, then there's no more mud on the body. So, Ek Krishna Nam Kare Sarva Papanas. If you chant the name of Krishna once, all pap is destroyed. So we are not a guilt-ridden process. We don't teach people about eternal damnation. Krishna is very merciful. Putana, who wanted to kill him with poison on her breast as a mother, Krishna said, oh, you want to be my mother? Poison, this and that. Oh, that's just extra nonsense. Don't worry. You just don't understand my Leela. You just don't understand Vamandev. Vamandev is also very sweet and beautiful. He accepted Bali. Oh, Bali will be yours. This boy, you know what he told the king afterwards? He said, I want to give you a boon. You gave everything to me. What did he give to Krishna? It's all Krishna's already. But he gave his heart. That 3rd step was the most important. 3rd step, oh, Krishna, I am yours. Krishna tomar hoy jadi bole ek bar. One time, Krishna, I am yours. Bali Maharaj said, Krishna, I am yours. Yes? Then Maya Bandha hoite, he was liberated. He was liberated, but he did it by force. That girl, she got more benefit than Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj didn't want to kill Krishna. He surrendered to Krishna. Vaidhi Bhakti, he surrendered to Krishna. He had nothing else to do, right? What else was he going to do? He's a man of his word. Krishna took the whole upper planetary systems, 1 step, lower planetary system, 2nd step. 3rd step, he had to follow his word. So he said, take me. I haven't given myself yet. So he bowed down and Krishna took him. And later Krishna said, what do you want in return? He said, I always want to see you everywhere. So Vamandev in South India, all the temples have Gopuram. Beautiful entry palace. Before you enter the temple, that's where Vamandev is. Because Bali Maharaj prayed, wherever I go, I want to see you. Coming, going, in my room, anywhere. I always want to see you. So he stayed there. But what did that girl ask for? Her desire was more powerful. She didn't say by force, I surrender to you. She said, oh, you're so beautiful. I want to be like your mother. Then she said, oh, I want to kill you and give you poison. No problem. You just don't understand me. But I accept you. You have to go through the karma of that desire. Right? Karma is a very powerful thing. How does karma come? What is the root of karma? Vasana. Vasana means desire. So you have a desire to be a doctor and you study, then the karma that manifests, you become a doctor because of your vasana. Your desire. You want to be you want to be a designer? So that desire leads to the design of your life. So she desired to be Krishna's mother, so he said, Tathastu. So our Gurudev would say that according to your nature, you'll have a desire for a relation with Krishna by good association. Yes? You already have a relation with Krishna, you just have to realize it by good association. So your process is very easy. One time, let's do it together. Krishna!
Krishna!
Okay? Krishna. Simple. Let's do a little kirtan, then we'll have question and answers, okay? Little kirtan. And then we'll end with, let's do Gurudev's favorite kirtan, because we still have to do puja. Our Gurudev sang a very sweet song all the time. Okay, and I'll describe the song and sing the song. Very simple. Okay, we chant Mahamantra Hare Krishna. It's very powerful. Everyone should chant this on your beads, and we chant this in kirtan, but we also do other bhajans, and we do other kirtans. All right, so you should learn this kirtan. our Gurudev's favorite song. 3 names of Krishna. Everyone can say after me. Govinda.
Govinda.
Damodar. Madhava eti. Govinda, Damodar, Madhaveti. So our Gurudev would sing this very sweetly and describe the beauty of Vrindavan. Alright, so we can meditate on Krishna. Bhakti is a very easy process. It's the process of love. Love is easy because love is natural, but we have to realize that relationship. How do we realize that relationship? We have to remove the anarthas. Like Putana. She had to go through the process of her vasanas manifesting and being removed. So our life is the manifestation of our past life desires and our actions. And now we are here in this body. Right? Your life now is the result of your past life, your impressions, samskar, your impressions, your attachments and your desires. Those 3 things. And your karma. Your karma means fruit of action. Your vasana, your desire. Your attachment. Right? And your samskar, your impressions. They're all mixed together. So what are we doing now? We're developing spiritual impressions, spiritual attachments, spiritual desires. Spiritual karma, that's called sukriti, pious merits. Our Narottam Das Thakur said, you cannot be an empty vessel. Sukadeva Goswami Bhagavatam said, you can't run away from everything. You have to accept something. So you can't run away from the world. Right? You have to find, Narottam Das Thakur said, you have lust, offer that to Krishna. You have anger, offer it for those who are against the devotees. Someone's always attacking the devotees. Why are they always attacking the devotees? If you have an angry nature, you have to engage it. It's energy. You have greed for everything. You want to be wealthy, yes? You want to be wealthy? Then Krishna's the most wealthy. Who wants to hear a quick wealth story? Everyone wants wealth, right? So one time this person heard Krishna Katha. He heard story Bhagavat. Oh, Krishna is so wealthy, he dresses in full of jewels. And he thought, he was a thief, so he thought if I could find that Krishna, that Gopal, then I could steal his jewels. Where does this boy live? He was a silly, not silly, but not so learned thief. So he heard Katha, oh Gopal, 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 Krishna, Gopal, beautiful. You see Krishna here. See all these ornaments? Very wealthy. So he asked the preacher, where does this Gopal live? He said, Vrindavan. How do I find him? In the early morning, he likes to go and steal butter. Oh, he's a thief. It's my same caste. Yes, Krishna's a thief. My same caste. Yes, we'll be good friends. And I'll go find him and give him some sweets. He said, how do I find this boy? If you have some sweets, some laddus, some Indian sweets, he'll come to you. You don't have to find him. Have some laddus, some makhan. Why? In the morning time, before dawn. Why? Krishna's a thief. Bilvamangal Thakur says, Chodam Graganyam, I offer pranam to the greatest thief, Krishna. What does he steal? Pap, all our sin. What does he steal? Our hearts. Right? Gopi Chira steals everything. Right? So he said, in the morning he goes out before dawn and he goes to steal anyone, and he has some sweets. He'll go and he'll find them and he'll steal their sweets. So to find Krishna Gopal, you just have to have some sweets. Right? That's why what do? In the morning time, we offer Krishna some makhan, some mishri. Then he'll come to our home and take it. So we don't have to search for Krishna. Krishna will come looking for us. Okay? Krishna will come looking for us. So he had these sweets and he thought, I'll find Krishna. He went to Vrindavan. And then the morning time, he saw this beautiful boy. Why? He wanted wealth. He wanted money. But where's all the wealth? In Krishna. Lakshmi, the goddess of his fortune, is on his chest, residing always. So he said, Krishna, take this laddu, yes. And Krishna said, what do you want? I'll give you anything you want. He thought, I'll give you anything you want? So I want some of your jewelry. He said, okay, no problem. My mother has so much, I'm always giving it away. And then I get more and more and more. He said, take it all. Here's my bracelets, here's my crown, here's my necklaces, here's my bracelet, here's my ankle bells, and I'll go home naked, no problem. Gave everything. Little baby Krishna. But that thief, Krishna gave him everything. He wanted wealth, but by hearing from the sadhu, he thought, Krishna has all wealth. Let me find Krishna. Hearing from the sadhu. But what happened? Seeing Krishna, Krishna entered his heart. Krishna is the thief. You're going to beat the greatest thief? It's possible. It's possible. This sadhu told him, oh, Krishna is the greatest thief. He thought, oh, I should learn something. So you're going to steal Krishna's wealth and he's not going to steal your heart? What's more valuable, someone's heart or their wealth? If you have their heart, you have their wealth. Yes? So Krishna entered his heart and he had all this wealth and he was thinking, Krishna, 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 this beautiful boy. I want to see him again. When will I see him again? Next day he came and brought him some sweets. Krishna came again. What do you want? You want jewelry? More. Take more, more, more. He gave him more jewels, more jewels. Take it all, take it all. No, he said, I want you. Krishna said, oh, you want me? Yes, let me introduce you to my parents. Come home. Let's go home and have some lunch together. Right? So if you want Krishna, you get Krishna. If you want other things, but you focus on Krishna, you'll still get Krishna. And all the other things, you'll lose attachment. No problem. There's a fruit seller lady. She brought fruit to Vrindavan and gave Krishna. And she said, Krishna, you have to pay me something for the fruit. So Krishna gave her a few grains of rice. She thought, I brought all these nice fruits to Krishna. He gave me a few grains of rice. But Krishna captured her heart, entered her heart. She walked away. She had this on her head, on a basket. She put the grain there and then it became very heavy and she looked down. It was full of jewels. She thought, compared to Krishna, these jewels are useless. She threw them in the river. And everywhere she went, chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. So there's nothing to worry about in life. Akamo sarva kamo va. Bhagavatam says, if you have no desire or all desire, you want material enjoyment, you want anything, simply tivrena bhakti yogena, by this process of bhakti, you achieve everything. Right? So we are here to share the message of our Gurudev. That is the message of spiritual life. Our material life is rife with miseries. Right? Our material life is full of suffering and full of happiness. That is according to your karma. It will not change. You cannot change your this life karma. Prarabdha karma, it's coming to you. Ye jivan sukh dukkha mela. Dunyadari swapnaka kela. This life is a festival of happiness and distress. That's going to come to you. So don't worry too much about it. Do your life. Mahaprabhu would say, don't be a madman, don't be a fanatic. Unless you want to become sannyasi. Don't be fanatic. Right? I am fanatic to Krishna. I am your fan, Krishna. Please, take us. Right? But you don't have to be a fanatic. Stira hao na garbatul. Don't become a madman. But if you really want Krishna quickly, then become a madman. Anyone is invited. Right? You can put on saffron. Right? Yes. Right? Anyone goes to Miami, Shamarani Mataji will not let you leave without becoming a monk. Everyone becomes a monk. What we teach is Rihe tako, vani tako, sada hari bole tako. In your life, as a householder or as a renunciant, chant Hari, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. We started this class saying Hari. Hari is the name of Krishna, the great thief of all our suffering. Like a lion. Mahaprabhu is also like a lion. I was just reading this morning, our Gurudev said. You have so many problems in your life, but if you bring Mahaprabhu into your heart, he is like a lion. By his roar, all your problems run away. So we meditate on Hari, and Hare is Radharani. She steals Krishna's mind. So Hari is the name of Krishna who steals away all our attachments, all our illusion, all our suffering. But we chant Hare Krishna, not Hari Krishna. Anyone chants Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? No. Hare Krishna. Why? This is the name of Srimati Radhika. She is the one who steals the mind of Krishna. So she is very powerful, more powerful. So we pray to Srimati Radhika. But ultimately, Mahaprabhu said, Sthane stita. Be situated according to your dharma, according to your eligibility in your ashram. Right? Gurudev would say, householder stays householder, renunciant stay renunciant. Gradually you can evolve. But this is not the goal of life. Sannyas is not the goal of life. Krishna Prem is the goal of life. And you can achieve that from any ashram. Gurudev would say, ladies, more easy, because they have more natural love. Men, very proud, false ego, and intellectual. I want to learn everything, study everything. The study is like sand. If you're under ashray shelter, and bhakti comes from it, then it's good. Otherwise, it makes you very proud. Right? Our process is love and devotion. So we're going to sing this beautiful bhajan of Srila Gurudev. All right. For those who have any doubt, any distress, remove it all. This is Gurudev's recommendation. Don't have any doubt. Don't have any distress. Your life will continue according to your karma, good, bad, happiness, distress. But if you practice bhakti, then this will take you beyond samsara, beyond all your problems. So this is our process. So we'll sing this song together for Gurudev. You should understand that your Atma is divine, part and parcel of Shri Krishna. Mamai vangsa jiva loke. Krishna says, you are my part and parcel. Why are you suffering in Maya? This is spiritual life. This is the message we're coming to give. Why are you suffering in Maya when you are my angsa, my part and parcel? Jiva. Avinasi, you never die. Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, I had this problem, that problem, I don't want to do it. Krishna said, you are my part and parcel. Mamai vangsa jiva loke. Vibinangsa tarva. So why are you suffering in Maya? Why are you suffering in Maya? Why? Because of your desire, your attachment to Maya. One time there was a king. He told all his ministers, tell me, what is Maya? What is Maya? What is illusion? No one could answer him sufficiently to his satisfaction. Then one madman entered the court, like me, madman. And he ran up and he took hold of a column. And he held on to it. And he shouted, let me go! Let me go! And the king thought, what happened? Who is this madman? And he called his guards, take him away. And the person was holding on so tightly they couldn't take his arms off. So tight. Let me go. And then he said, this is Maya. Badmash. Rascal. This is Maya. You are holding on and you're telling God, save me. He says, you want freedom? Release yourself from attachment. Release yourself from attachment, then you are free. Krishna tamad hoy, Krishna, I am yours. So don't worry, this is a gradual process. But we should also understand if we're suffering and you want to get out of suffering, then there's a process. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to change something. Then you won't suffer. There's one more short example. How do you catch a monkey in India? Our Gurudev would tell this story. You get a nice clay pot, big. You fill it with sweets, rasgulla, laddu, banana, right? And then you make a very small neck, an opening, just so that the monkey can put his hand in. Just big enough for his hand. And then he grabs the laddu and he tries to pull it out and he can't get it out. He's so attached to it. I want that fruit. I want that pomegranate. I want that sweet. And his hand is stuck. He won't release it because he's so attached to it. And then very easily someone comes and captures him. Makes them his pet. So you want freedom from Maya? We chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. And Krishna will free us from Maya. It's not possible by our own power. Maya is very strong. Don't think you're holding on to the column. Don't think, just by my power I can release the column. By my power I'll free myself. No, you need help. So who is our help? Our Gurudev, Vaishnav. Prayer is our help. Bandhanam, pray to Krishna. That is our help. Draupadi, anyone heard the story of Draupadi? Draupadi Mata, Draupadi Devi was holding on. She was holding on to her clothes. Why? She was being dishonored in the royal assembly of the Kauravas. She looked to all her husbands for help. They wouldn't help. She looked to the elders for help. They wouldn't help. No one could help. Then she relied on her own strength. By her own strength, she was going to be saved. I will hold on to my own clothes and be saved. No. She became weak. She could not do it by herself. So she lifted up her arms. Krishna Tomad, I am yours. Krishna Tomad, I am yours. Hey Govinda, Rakko Sharanam Abdho Jivana Hari. Oh Govinda, you can save me. No one else can save me. So don't think you can do it on your own because it's not possible. So that's actually great. It's great news. Right? Ultimately, it's fantastic news because it means you don't have to struggle so hard to realize God. You have to struggle hard to surrender to the process of love and devotion, bhakti yoga. If you can follow the process of bhakti, you can achieve liberation like a moment. Liberation is like that. Why? Shastra says liberation, this material ocean is how big, how wide, how deep. You cannot measure it. How big is this world? You can measure it. How big is the solar system? You can measure it. How big is the universe? You can measure it. How big is all the limited universes like mustard seeds filling up this room? How big is that? You can cross over it. But yet, if you surrender to Krishna and pray through the process of bhakti, that same unlimited expanse of Maya, of the material ocean of existence, becomes like the water in the hoofprint of a calf. This is the Sastra, Bhagavat says. Right? And as you're walking along, why do they use the calf example? Because Krishna is Gopal. As you're walking along, many hoofprints, many sangsar. So in Sanskrit, sangsara means attachment to material life. So no problem. Krishna sangsara koro chari anachar jivedoya Krishna nama sarva dharmasad. Don't worry about your life, your practice, anything. It's not in your power. You can't save yourself. But you can practice bhakti yoga. Krishna said 4 things. Offer your heart to me. Oh, I'm too busy, I cannot do that, it's not natural. Okay, become devotee. Mad bhakto. Oh, I cannot do that. Mad yaji, do some puja. Mad namaskuru, offer pranam. Bhagavad Gita essence. Final conclusion. Man mana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namaskuru. Offer your mind. Of your heart. Maeva manadatsva, mai buddhing nivesha, niva shishyashi, maeva ta urdvangna sangsa. Have no doubt. Krishna says, I will accept you. I will accept you. Have no doubt. In the Gita, at least 10 times, Krishna says, have no fear, have no doubt. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha yashyami ma. Have no fear, have no doubt. Krishna will deliver you. Krishna sees your desire and your activity, not your external things. He doesn't see how good or bad you are, because you are Atma, you are pure. Oh, but sometimes I do this, right? Sometimes I go and I do some naughty business, right? Don't worry. You're weak. Jiva, how can you become powerful? Pray to Krishna for good association. And even if you don't, one time, say, Krishna, I am yours. That's it. That's the process of bhakti from your heart. One time, God, I offer my heart to you. Everything else in your life will be arranged. Maya bandha hoite Krishna. He will liberate you. He will arrange your life to save you. Because otherwise, Jiva is very weak. We are very weak. Again, we go to Maya. We release from Maya. Again, we go to Maya. There's a story of a sadhu. Sadhu started to pick up a scorpion from the water it was drowning in. A saintly person was walking and there was a scorpion drowning. And he picked it up and it bit his finger and then he dropped it. Because it hurt and it was shocking. Then he picked it up again bit him, again he dropped it. Picked it up, again bit him, again he dropped it. Someone walked by and said, why you keep picking up the scorpion? It keeps biting you. Said, it's not giving up its nature, why should I give up my nature? Right? Sadhu is sadhu, right? And Bhadajiva is Bhadajiva. Conditioned soul is conditioned soul. That's what Bhadajiva. So the point is, it's not in our control, but again the sadhu will try to help. This is Gurudev's teaching. Gurudev here. So we're going to do our Guru Puja, Gurudev's Vani, and more Gurudev's Vani is going to manifest. Why? Gurudev said, I am never gone. Don't think Guru is gone. Don't think Guru is dead. Right? Your consciousness is now in matter, therefore you have this material idea. Guru is Nitya, and Guru is Satya. What do we say? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, right? Guru is very powerful. So this Guru Vani is very powerful. You want moksha, you want bhakti, take shelter of Srila Gurudev. This is what we are doing in our life. What is our potency in life? That we are serving Gurudev Vani. That is our only power. That is our only Shakti. So we take shelter of Gurudev Vani, we pray to Gurudev Vani, we serve Gurudev Vani, then our life is strong. Eka Shastra Devaki Putra Gita. Right? One pointedness, then you can achieve anything in life. So we take shelter of Sri Krishna with faith. How do we take shelter of Sri Krishna? Take shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Guru. So we're going to do Guru Puja. Krishna says, you want to do my arti? I don't accept. Pratamam tu gurung pujyam. First do your Guru arti. Then I accept your puja. Krishna says, you are not my devotee if you say you are my devotee. If you are my devotee's devotee, then you can become my devotee. Because without my devotee's help, how will you become devotee? So Krishna said to Arjuna, Ye me jana bhakta partha. Oh Arjuna, if you want to be my devotee, it's not possible. You have to become devotee of my devotee. Then they will teach you what is bhakti yoga. There are many stories. We're going to stop now. Each story leads to another 10 stories. Okay, so I'm sorry. But we'll end with this beautiful little song for Gurudev, and then we'll do puja here. We can do it here. Everyone's here. And we'll bring a big... You can arrange any photo of Gurudev to bring here. All right. Gurudev is here. Okay, good. So let's sing this. I'll sing this one. We can repeat. Okay, it's very easy. Don't be stressed. Don't worry. My service is like counseling devotees. Why? Because I run an ashram in New York, and people always have problems, and always have doubt, and always have problems. Right? This is the nature of the mind. So all I can tell you from all my experience of 18 years as a monk is don't worry. Chant Krishna. Hare Krishna. Don't worry. Chant Krishna's names. Develop love for Krishna. Develop love means, how do you develop love? Through the process of bhakti yoga. So you chant this mantra, spend some time with devotees, have some mentorship with people who have affection for you, who are not looking at you for anything, but to help. That is Vaishnav. Vaishnav doesn't want anything from anyone. They come to give. As soon as they say, oh, my Bhagavat Saptaha cost 20 lakh because I'm a very big preacher. Oh, but have you heard of this other preacher? 2 crore for Bhagavat. This is not preacher, this is cheater. Businessman. So we don't follow that process. Only to give, only to serve, only to help. No fee, only free social work, free welfare. Right? Come for your welfare. Like Binay Prabhu, every day is giving welfare. Right? So this is our process. So we're also aspiring to serve in this capacity to our small ability. Here in Vancouver, we have these beautiful homes, beautiful devotees. This is our spiritual family. With family, you have strength, right? Without family, you're weak. So spiritual family gives you spiritual strength. So you spend time with your spiritual family, then you can become spiritually strong, right? So we'll end with that. Hare Krishna.